This is for you, Pisces. Jupiter maintains a direct voyage, continuing through the sign of Virgo, the Virgin, all month long. This enables the fish to tackle ideas and relationships in a very straightforward manner, although the analytical nature of the natural sixth house of Virgo that Jupiter is going to be transiting through causes a perfectionism that must be modified towards grace if the communications and travels you engage in this month are going to be enjoyable for you. So basically, this is because although often it's easy for Pisces to relax and enjoy vacations and that kind of thing, because this at this time Jupiter's in Virgo, there's more of a perfectionistic, analytical, and sort of disciplined, workaholic nature about this time, and a kind of an abundance of that because of Jupiter. So just understand that it is a direct journey. The trickster is loose this month, so remember that he has many personas and many faces, some amiable and some meant to frighten you. Keep in mind that those who wish to frighten you are in reality quite terrified themselves, so that's very important. Now also, anyone who ignores you this month most likely has been hurt by you or someone like you, someone who you remind them of, whether you realize this or not. Of course, the same individuals might have caused you wounded feelings in the past, so it's not to say that it was your fault. It's just, how relationships, everybody feels like a victim. But everyone feels like a victim at times, and it's good to remember that relaxed forgiveness is the cornerstone of a good and wholesome life. After all, there's no such thing as an extended need to keep digging up old wounds. It's not necessary. And according to the Zohar, there's really no such thing as an external enemy. Jupiter is known as the attribute of God the Father, found in Isaiah 63:16. For thou art our father, and Abraham hath not known us, and Israel hath been ignorant of us. Thou, O Lord, art our Father, our Redeemer, from everlasting is thy name. Neptune continues in a retrograde transit through your own sign, Pisces, and thus it still influences your first house of self and your appearances this month long. Now, that being the case, the cosmological occurrences in play this month and at this time will cause you to yearn for more classical styles in everything from clothes and accessories, which can be fun, to music and fine dining, which can also be fun for you. Now you'll be longing for easier, simpler times when life was more understandable and not just a constant, something new all the time, and not in such a constant state of fluctuation. You'll be longing for that kind of thing because of the retrograde. Now, excitement is important to your daily dose of happiness, but too much of a good thing just might get the better of you. Therefore, lighten up on attempts to bring new things into your inner circle and rather stay with what is tried and true during this particular retrograde sojourn of Poseidon's wanderings through Pisces due to a variety of planetary placements that are occurring at the moment. After all, Poseidon is lord of the sea, and that can stir up intense emotions for everyone. Now, Neptune is known as the attribute of God, the deliverer of our salvation, found in Matthew 14:25, and in the fourth watch of the night he came to them walking upon the sea. Stay with us because we have an Enochian angel prediction especially for you at the end of this video, so don't go anywhere, stay right here. Now let's see how your ruling planets of Jupiter and Neptune affect you this month, Pisces. I'm Pastor Rosemary, Astrology Angel, and thank you for joining us. Your water guardian Archangel Gabriel speaks to you from your Pisces Astrology Archangel Omniziel. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Pisces Zodiac Angel Omniziel, who resides over the fish's mutable water, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, Omniziel's love, sex, and romance transmission To put it bluntly, people are playing games with you this month, Pisces. Expect a mischievous man or an intelligently manipulative woman to not only invade your space, but also to do so with the intent of startling you in an attempt to goad you into reacting. So that's going to be very important. Resistance of reaction. Don't react. Resist. The Zohar says to resist reacting. And that doesn't mean that you don't have to have good communication, because nothing could be more of a recipe for disaster. So there seems to be some questions we've had people ask us if what the Kabbalah teaches and the Zohar teaches, that you're not supposed to react to anything good, or you're not supposed to be a sucker for flattery, nor are you supposed to be be afraid of someone who's insulting you. The point is, though, if you think that reacting is the same as communicating, and then you don't communicate, that is a recipe for disaster, because we need to communicate. People need to communicate in order for there not to be misunderstandings. Now, of course, people's telepathic natures are increasing because of our modern technology. Everybody's getting more and more, telepathic. But again, with that said, you still need to communicate. Reaction just means you don't necessarily take things. I think it rather means maybe that you don't overreact. You just handle it in a sober, calm manner, and you just move through actions that are precise rather than just freaking out. You just, you do things in a methodical, practical way, more like a machine, really, but you still communicate. Okay, so there are some good things about being a bit more robotic in our behavior. It gets away from too much, and that heals the body as well. Okay, so with that said, now communicate well and efficiently with relaxed tones and patient understanding of others. There's no need to surrender your position. There's no need to surrender your position this month. Simply stay to your right purpose and have a calm confidence about you that will draw others into wanting to be a part of your world rather than engaging in some kind of conflict with you. So be happy, be where the party is, and but it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be something that gets everybody all upset. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If your goal is to try to get healing for yourself and others, then you want to be more calm, cool, collected, and sober-minded. If your goal is to get people in more of a party atmosphere and to have emotions that cause them to react, then of course you're gonna apply different techniques. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But so you understand. All right, now peace is brought about by honest sportsmanship during competition rather than rigging the game to your liking. One can change the rules of the game to win, but if you enjoy this type of sport, expect others to do the same to you and be glad for them if they outsmart you. So if you want to game people, understand that if they outsmart you and they game you right back, that you have to have a respect for them, because they've learned from you a lot of times, and they're trying to show you that what they've learned, and imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So just try to understand where people are coming from. Right now, Nitziel's money and wealth transmission. A dark-haired woman with stability and dignity offers you a chance at new career this month if you might have been considering that you might have been considering for a very long time. So somebody will offer you a chance at something, or a career at something that you've been considering for a long time, Pisces. That, again, it's a woman, a dark-haired woman who's a stable kind of person and dignified. It's something you've, again, wanted for a long time. Now, this woman has considerable clout, built with hard work and a substantial fortune, which is also a product of true and consistent labor in her chosen field of study. Now for Amnitziel's health and fitness transmission. Be mindful of whimsical thinking and too much daydreaming about what you want in the areas of radiant health and ultimate fitness goals this month. The best thing to do is to set goals for yourself that you know you are likely to follow. So more, sticking to those practical goals you know you can actually attain a little bit each day with a little application each day. Doesn't mean baby steps. It just means, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time is the old cliche. So if you have like a big project to tackle, then you take one thing and you tackle something you can do that day and you do it. And you do that each day. And, and eventually, I had heard once that the ancient kung fu masters used to, in order to be able to leap out of a very deep pit in the ground, they would, every day they would swipe some of the dirt away with a stick, and they would stand and jump, and they would just do that every day. I don't know how true that is, or if it's a legend or whatever, or a myth, but it might actually be true. And this is a way you eventually get to do something that seems supernatural or something that's inhumanly possible. That's not possible for a normal human. That's the way you get that. Okay, so this is about trying to accomplish your dreams in a way that's realistic. Now you need to be willing, though, to take the consequences of any actions that you take and desires, being careful to not do anything you cannot or will not take the penalty for later on, for ultimately everything has a price. So this month is kind of about cause and effect, and it's about consequences. And so consequences are going to be important this month at this time because of the astrological configuration. So this is not a month to not do something you could not take the consequence for. We're all guilty of that, but this month it's good to be mindful of that. Because again, everything has its price. In one way or another, it'll take a toll. Now they say money they say that the price tags or money don't matter. It's just not about that. It's not about money. You shouldn't care about money. But those who say that are often exceedingly wealthy. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now this month's Enochian angel prediction. A kind-hearted woman with devotion and honesty towards you makes a significant sacrifice to express her altruistic intentions regarding you at this time. The extent of her sacrifice will most likely cause you great surprise, bidding you to consider the good in people before making harsh judgments, since difficult circumstances experienced by others is often masked to provide for dignity, family honor, and so forth. So just understand that somebody who might have seemed harsh to you because they were trying to hide what they were going through or whatever, for family honor, for dignity of their family and all that. Just understand that they're not necessarily cold-hearted. They're protecting other people and protecting their society and community. So just understand that. Okay, so disclaimers in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I believe, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of believing. And be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be. Pisces, we're also going to give you, check it out this month because we're going to make a video about something we taught back in 1998 at Serious Bookstore. We taught a class in using the divine tones to bring something into physical manifestation. And it's like when you have Christ in the center of the 12 disciples, or the tabernacle in the center of the 12 tribes of Israel, or the sun in the center of the 12 signs of the Zodiac. You use the divine tones of I am Aries, and I have Taurus, and I think Gemini, and I feel Cancer, and I will Leo, and I analyze Virgo, we balance Libra, I create Scorpio. These divine tones, we're going to make a video on that because we taught people how to use that with a central point. Now the central point that we use in our order is very secretive. However, if you use Jesus Christ if you're a Christian, or you use Krishna if you're of that faith, or whatever is the Tiferet, heart chakra, solar logos, the sort of solar plexus heart chakra in Kabbalah is the Tiferet. It's that heart harmony. It's It's that new aspiration for the Creator, according to Zohar, where you aspire to receive for the contentment of Creator and to share, not just for the sake of the self. When you do it in that manner, these kinds of center dealings, the I, the solar logos, that kind of thing, is just as powerful as any secret thing that the orders that we've been involved with don't want let out to the world. So that part of it you can utilize in any of these solar logos emanations. Okay, so check out our video on that. A lot of people have asked us to start redoing those classes, so we are redoing those again at the office in Honolulu, so you can ask about that. Now, for ephemeras, information and calculations for Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time. First, Eastern Daylight Time, new moon on the 4th of July 2016. Happy birthday, America, at 7:01 a.m. at 12 degrees Cancer, 53 minutes. The full moon on the 19th of July 2016 at 6:57 p.m. at 27 degrees Capricorn, 40 minutes. The new moon on the 4th of July for London Greenwich Mean Time. The new moon on the 4th again of July 2016, 11:02 a.m. at 6 degrees Cancer, 21 minutes, and the full moon on the 19th of July 2016 at 10:58 p.m., 15 degrees Capricorn, 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Join us again next month.